Oh dear, Chipper. You kicked a lot of ass today. Why don't you sit in your fur mommy's excessively plump lap and lay your head back between my breasts? Then we can wholesomely clean your G3.
Okay, here we are again. Hello everyone, Freeman here. Welcome back to another interview, or whatever the fuck you want to call this series. I don't know, Afreeman versus Furries is essentially what I decided to name it, because why the fuck not? So, Darbo is back again after 10 months, and why is he back all of a sudden? Well, because of the fact that we had a little bit of an idea of other shit to talk about. There was a discussion that we had about doing a little bit more of this shit, but it never really bloomed into anything. And, well, then the Verona struck. So, hey, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Now, here we are again. We're gonna talk a little bit about some interesting topics today. We're gonna talk about the animal attraction part in the fandom. You'll get to know that in just a second. We'll also talk about the attempted blue pill of the Darbo, and we also gonna talk about, I suppose, fuck it, what was it? The third one. The Zoozatus leaks. For those who knows about that, magic cool little event. We'll go into that. So. Beginning at the beginning, the attraction to fucking animals. So, exactly what is it we're talking about? Are we talking about pure out bestial shit? No, not specifically, but it will tie in with that in a certain way. So, my gripe is, I don't fucking understand. Why is it that the, I get, anthropomorphizing things is, part of human nature to a certain degree. We have been doing that over the course of history for a very long time. But where does it play in to such a huge degree where anthropomorphizing a wolf to become a human becomes an attraction? Like, what is it that the wolf part gives you in terms of attraction that makes it better than just an animated human?
Speaking professionally, I would say it's half exoticism, and it's, I think, also I need to get my words kind of correct here. I mean, it is 2:30 in the morning here, so my brain might not be perfect at the moment for explaining this. But also, I think there is an aspect of familiarity in our modern age due to the involvement of cartoons in our childhoods.
Okay, all right, yeah.
So it's kind of at a crossroads of things, and I think that can be seen in the different ways that all the different furries that do art draw their characters.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's kind of that whole thing. I view it in the same sort of regard as people who find elves or orcs attractive and have a fetish for that. It's just a little bit more extreme.
Yeah, that's like usually the thing that I hear when it comes to like furries. It's like this, but more extreme, which does not really pay homage to them being a better group than what they first were, making themselves out to be. And over the course,
I mean, when you label, when you even are willing to admit that that's a bit of an extreme take on something that's, already not too extreme, it doesn't the ripples of the pond definitely have many other places to ripple out to. And that's why you get all the crazy shit that you see in the fandom.
Well, I mean, the crazy shit that's in the fandom, like, it has an origin point. Like, that's the thing compared to, compared to fantasy. But the thing is, like, when it comes to the furry fandom, there's an origin point, and because of the fact that it had a certain start, and it was always going to be around the idea of anthropomorphic characters, and especially that or especially, no, exclusively around that of animals. And this is also a reason where I think that, where I also just don't like furries because of their, ideals of having to insert themselves fucking everywhere all the time. Where the idea of like, oh, you like anthropomorphism, so you're a furry. No, I'm not a furry. I don't like your shit. And then they're just trying to push themselves in with everything, with all that stuff. And
right. I kind of have a thing to say on that too, but I'll let you continue on your thing first.
Well, no, it was like, it was more along the line of a mention that, yeah, that's a thing that has a tendency to happen. And the thing with that as well, that I've noticed at least, is that not only do furries tend to be very much so inclusive, but also just over-inclusive, which we have already, I think, discussed in the ideas of letting everyone join, and shit like that. I think we actually talked about that previously. But the thing is, like, furries in and of themselves, like the furry fandom, has so many things which is always going to be like, it's this thing, but a little bit more extreme, or a little bit deeper, things like that. And I've always found that, like, okay, that doesn't sound too well with me. Because it just sounds like, oh, it's going to essentially escalate whilst within it, and to a certain degree has, especially with the policies that the furry fandom has kind of put in place for themselves.
Very much so. I don't want to use the concept of going down the rabbit hole, but like, you gotta know when to stop. And there's some people who don't know where to fucking stop. In the Newgrounds animation Nintendo.
Oh yeah, that one. I've seen that one.
Yeah, there's like a scene where, Crystal from Star Fox pops up. And it's just like, looking to get wild.
Yeah.
Dive into the world of anthropomorphy and never go back to wanting to fuck a human again. And I'm just like, now thinking about that, that's very unfortunately poignant and apt.
Yeah, it's like, it becomes this wanting, and it seems like, if that's accurate, it sounds like you're just creating a want and a desire that's never going to be fulfilled, and therefore you're always going to be like, I wouldn't say sexually repressed, but sexually, like, stunted, in the sense of, like, this is something you can never attain.
I feel like, and that's kind of one of the big problems of the culture of the fandom, is that if you don't have the self-control to know where to stop, it very much preys on the lack of the ability to stop, and that's another one of the problems that comes with the lack of gatekeeping and constant acceptance, because fucking when someone wants to fucking stop, there's gonna be somebody that's going to be like, yeah, no, you should fucking stop. You should definitely think about what you're getting into and all this stuff. You shouldn't be shoving live bees up your urethra, man.
Oh god, all right. I don't want to ask if that's a thing, because I feel like I'm gonna be horribly sad.
Just whenever I say something shocking, just expect it.
Yeah, I kind of have it this point.
Of the internet,
Yeah,
so
no.
Anyway. So, yeah, and it's just kind of like, for every person who says, hey, you shouldn't do that shit, there's gonna be someone who almost jumps out of the fucking woodwork with an almost, like, college essay level, just gazing into madness tier bullshit that will convince somebody to basically continue doing unhealthy shit.
And then you have the unfortunate people in between who's like, this should not expand dong, but it does.
Yeah. I mean, I'm guilty of that.
I know. But I've already told you to find the nearest bridge and start contemplating, so it's okay. But one thing I'm also a little bit like, a thing I've actually been thinking about, and something I kind of want to bring up as well. There is, and I think that people might actually bring it up in the comments, there is a documentary called The Fandom. It's a 1.5 hour long roundabout. I haven't seen it yet. I've saved it and watched later, 2 days ago, roundabout. But I've been working, so I haven't really paid much attention to it. So
Same here.
yeah, so I thought actually that we could maybe take a day, you and I, and watch through it, and maybe if it comes to the conclusion, that could be something we could bring up in the future. If it comes to the conclusion that's something that would be of interest, because why the fuck not?
Yes.
So that's a thing, and generally speaking, it's just an interesting little take, because I saw the trailer for it, and it seemed to me that it potentially might actually include some of the, negative aspects of it in a far more realistic lighting than I've seen other people talking about it, where it's just,
Better. It's
'cause-
important that this stuff gets covered with as much professionalism as possible.
Yeah, and apparently there's founders in there in the documentary that was actually interviewed for this, so that's going to be very interesting, and I really look forward to watch it. As much as I might not like the fandom, it's going to be interesting to know more about it from a little bit of a different angle than those who have, a bias towards it, a bias against it. Because why the fuck not?
And this might also be a good chance for a little bit of self-exploration on my part to see what other parts of the fandom I may end up identifying with, what sort of aspects I had never considered before, and I feel like there's a chance for some pseudo-cultural enrichment.
Oh boy. Well, it's gonna be a thing, and I'm somewhat actually looking forward to watching it, in the sense of okay, let's see what the fuck this is gonna be all about. We'll see if we can binge that shit, but it's gonna be interesting, and because there's so many things that are just untapped with the furry fandom. Things like, for example, politics, apparently, which is a thing we might bring up in the future. But you, Mister, you said you were about to get fucking blue-pilled by someone. What the fuck was that all about?
Yes, I put my political stances on Twitter like any sort of righteous motherfucker who considers themselves self-righteous and all that shit. I have even gone so far as to, of recent, to take a certain meme which has been used in political connotation here. I will send it to you. And I have decided to spend the money, or burn the money in this case.
Oh, yeah.
Have it personalized.
That one, yeah.
And yeah, so basically I put stances down that fucking pedophilia and zoophilia in the fandom is bad, and that it should be expunged. And Jason Effects being somewhat infamous in the fandom himself, and I'll get to that in a moment, tried to quote unquote blue pill me by telling me that as long as it's just drawn, it's not bad, and he started throwing the thing that I talked about of someone jumping out of the woodwork with almost a collegiate essay as to why
he is that fucking collegiate essay.
Because he tried to say that because in parts of Asia lolly hentai is legal, sex crimes are fucking almost non-existent.
But no shit, because it's fucking decriminalized.
Yeah, it's fucking. There's a listen.
It's not a crime. You ain't gonna have statistics for it.
That's fucking all cool and shit, but fucking listen. It's a different cultural identity entirely, and on top of that, fucking. I think it was either Thailand or Taiwan that they brought up. Fucking those places actually have insane amounts of human trafficking, especially of fucking children.
Yeah, so, India, as far as I know, has a huge fucking problem with that.
It is fucking nightmarish. So how dare he fucking try to bring those places up? And of course,
I don't know, beacon places of justice. But hey, he might have gone there for hyper Thai massage. Oh boy.
Yeah, so fucking he brings up of course he brings up Japan, the golden cow that is Japan, which for every good thing socially and as a society they do, there's definitely a dark side, but that's a completely different topic. And the thing is that if you can only bring up one country where it's legal, where saying that it actually has put or somehow has an effect on the crime statistics of that, then that's just a fucking reverse straw man. You got your fucking.
Yeah, but let's go back to the. We're going a little bit off topic, I feel, because we're.
Yeah, sorry about that. But basically, yeah, he tried to say all that. I could tear into him a little bit about some of the stuff, such as the fact he is a confirmed groomer.
What the? Okay, all right. We don't deal with expose on this channel, but oh boy.
Yeah, he's a confirmed groomer. To make it extremely simple, he had an underage girlfriend who was doing some of the art for his works, and yeah, he was kind of building her up and having potentially the nasty with her while she was underage. And
All right.
he was.
Let's not talk about that further. I've heard enough of like shit flinging from fucking the movie what was it called, The Cuties, and Jesus fucking Christ, that's supposedly a fucking atrocious movie, and I don't disagree. That sounds fucking atrocious, like the things I've heard about it, and Jesus Christ, I don't understand why is that thing in existence. But hey, they tried to make a message. They failed fucking horribly because they didn't know how to do the execution, and now they've only executed themselves. So
just like this individual whom I'm talking about. But anyway,
oh boy.
To finish that off, he's got a whole list of very very real degeneracies to his name. And once I figured out that that's who I was fucking talking to in my stupor of arguing with motherfuckers on the internet, I just told him off and then blocked them. I don't want to fucking deal with him at all. And I just stopped it right there. So that was the short story of a notorious furry trying to blue pill me.
Magical. I don't know. Sorry. The only real comment I would have to that is like, okay, so that argument, in my opinion, the argument about, oh, it's just drawings, bro, does not particularly fly well in the furry fandom because it's fucking it's all about that. Like, the furry fandom is all about like cartoons. Its fundament is rooted in cartoons and the idea of drawing anthropomorphism, and that's not gonna, that's not gonna, how do I say, that's not gonna give a nice aura to the fucking fandom if that's gonna be, not only a thing that's permitted but also encouraged and spread with such a fucking effectiveness that it's being argued for by some absolute nut jobs.
Yeah, it's like when MTV, was showing music videos to the masses, and then fucking you get the song "Lemon Incest" coming up, and it's all of its creepy implications. There's definitely going to be kind.
Never heard of.
To basically break that down, because this came up in a thing of controversial MTV things. It was done by a French musician, and the song.
French. What's wrong with the?
Yeah, I know. It's almost always the fucking French. But
what's wrong with the French? Fuck you! First you had that, then you had cuties. What's going on with your fucking hell?
So, unfortunately, related to that in context, the music video, aside from the questionable lyrics, at least from what I've heard through the grapevine, the music video had the artist in sleep pants, shirtless, with his daughter, and they're both fucking in a fucking bed rubbing shoulders as they're singing the lyrics, and I'm just kind of like, that's fucked.
Yeah, no, that's let's not phrase it further than that, because boy.
Exactly.
All right.
So anyway, it's just kind of like you have to kind of have some gatekeeping, which is entirely what the fandom lacks on your medium, because the point is
it's just open seasons without loss.
Yeah, and if people care enough about that to invest time and money and make that a serious aspect of their lives, then fucking if they do have certain like really really bad fucking things like privatized and touted around without any sort of limitations as such,
Mm-hmm.
we could have, all that shit still going on in secret, and tens of years later we have people being like, oh yeah, insert furry here touched me when I was fucking 12 or something, and then
Yeah.
fucking it explodes. It's almost like the fucking Cub Scout shit that's going on right now.
The fuck is that?
So basically, to also explain this, I'm seeing on TV the rare instances that I turn on the fucking television. I get fucking commercials just like, were you sexually molested while you were in the Cub Scouts? If so, you may be entitled to compensation.
Wait,
I've seen that commercial so
What?
much.
what the fuck?
Yes.
Is this a new thing? It's like
No,
What?
there's, you see,
Cub Scouts. Is that like? Oh, wait. Cub Scout. Are we talking like Eagle Scouts and all that jazz? Like,
yeah, Eagle Scout sort of stuff. It was the original progenitor of all that sort of stuff. Getting boys and girls to learn life skills and kind of how to survive on their own and all that
and
stuff.
nature and
they're
yeah,
away.
yeah.
Yeah, they're out in some fucking camp away from their parents. Well, enough times of questionable, if not outright, gross shit has happened that, yeah, it's straight up become something that thousands and thousands of, in some cases now, adult children, what's it, when they were in Cub Scouts, yeah, fucking, when they were kids, shit happened and they're coming out about it now. And I feel like a lot of things that people try to virtue signal now, that's gonna be the same sort of trend. And that's where I feel like if there's no fucking gatekeeping on the fandom, that might be one of the next things. Anyway, though,
Cub Gate.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, no. So, yeah, well, that sounds fucking atrocious, just like pretty much everything we've talked about thus far. But no, like, generally speaking, I just don't understand the necessity of, like, argue for certain, like, okay. It sounds strange to me, when you're in a fandom with a lot of, like, underage people and whatnot, to argue for that, oh, this art should be okay in the fandom and whatnot.
It's not supposed to be as underage as it is, but it's mostly.
Well, I mean, the fucking, what are you gonna expect? You're having a lot of fucking, cartoon creatures with a lot of bright colors. Of course, you're gonna get a lot of children who's gonna hop up on that like a fucking, merry-go-round. So,
thankfully, not too young, but the unfortunate fact is, there's definitely some kids that are too young to be looking into those sorts of things on the internet.
I've seen
fucking pulled in.
Yeah, no, I've seen some really weird shit. One thing I saw once, which I thought was fucking hilarious, by the way. I was in a server, and there was a 13-year-old would come in. It was like, "Hi, I'm 13 years old, and and I want to get myself a fursuit. Where do you guys think I should get one from?" And everyone were like, "No, don't get one. We want you to join the fandom, but don't buy fursuits. Do other things instead." And I was the only one who was like, "Don't even join the fandom. Don't join the fandom. It's not safe. Get out while you still can." Because I wanted to fuck with him, and with them, not him, and. The thing was that I was reprimanded for it. I think one of the funny things as well was that there was another server where I wanted to see just how light of an offense it would be to say anything negative about anything. So there was a chat that they had where it was like, "Hey, you can ping absolutely anyone you want," and they had it for one evening. And then I put... and I think I put in like, "The furry fandom should be disbanded," or something like that, or "The furry fandom is bad," and something really fucking basic and stupid. But everyone overreacted to that, to the point of like mods coming in and everyone trying to reprimand me of like, "We do not tolerate this kind of indecency," and it got to the point where it was like it put on the public knowledge board. With like a ping at everyone, it was like, "We do not condone we do not condone harassment or negative comments against the furry fandom." It's like, what the fuck? Are they a protected class all of a sudden? No, eat shit. Go, or don't actually, because I know there's a fair few that would probably do that. But
yeah,
No, there's a lot of shit with that, and that's another thing as well. I don't really understand like protected classes on like the only.
It shouldn't be. We have to fucking look into ourselves and see what's wrong, and that requires looking at even the things where we feel the most free in, because fucking what's it as much as it's open, there is a point where it becomes too much and you start letting things in that really shouldn't be let in.
Yeah, and that's the thing too. It's being like protected. One thing that I remember, which I found was fucking like hilarious in one way and oh god awful in another way, was when Tumblr exploded. When it was actually pointed out in official statement that child pornography had been spotted on the site, and because of that, they decided instead of going for like a option of we're gonna systematically try and hunt this down and eradicate it, they just nuked all of the NSFW and made it illegal. They made it like against the TOS to post anything that's NSFW, and they had a very wide net to the point where like they banned art that was not even featuring NSFW, not even remotely. I think there was someone where it was like 2 pieces of pepperoni on a pizza were like banned because those are nipples. So I don't know. It got a really wide net. The funny thing though was the fact that when the site banned NSFW, it was like it was like a fucking herding machine herding out a bunch of degenerate cattle. Because as soon as it fucking nuked itself, people went on to Twitter, and it was really from that point that I noticed, at least. I don't know if this happened earlier, but I don't think it did. When things like maps and things started to become an actual noticed thing was after the nuke, and it became exploded with a lot of degenerates. Zoo files as well was plenty outside of Tumblr when this when it got nuked. So I don't know. Tumblr seemed to have harbored a lot of these fucking weirdos that kind of just gotten in. And I'm not saying furry specifically. I'm not saying furry. Right. I'm talking about just general weirdos. But, general fucking degenerates, I mean.
Right.
Because, hey, a degenerate is a degenerate even if you don't have fur on them. So, something that I don't know. It was more of a strange rant than anything. I don't know what I was on about, but yeah.
That's all right. It's an important thing to at least bring up, and Twitter's and
I don't know. Seeing as you're a part of the fandom to a degree, like how big of a fucking like what do you call it? How big of a cesspool was it for furries on Tumblr in before the nuke?
What's it? I didn't use Tumblr very much. I only used it because certain artists of mine made that their go-to. Some of them straight up decided I'm never posting art anywhere outside my own personal site once it got nuked. But I heard recollections from anonymous friends who said that everything that you'd seen in unfiltered porn like stream of posts, like what you'd see on Twitter, if you were to take every aspect of the safe search turned off, just constantly hitting refresh on the front page of Fur Affinity with your preferences and stuff, not completely filtering anything, you can find anything from people shitting to drinking horse cum, all sorts of terrible fucking things. It was very unfiltered, and it just it was one of those things where you have more control with other sites, but with Tumblr it was it was like deciding to go into the warp and someone fucked up and turned off the Geller field. Magical. You never knew what exactly would happen.
And then eventually, out of fucking nowhere, you had the Zoo Sadist leaks, which was so bad. Why? Why did that happen? It was like And apparently this is the thing too. People in the fandom who are like a part of events, who works at events, was a part of those leaks. And after the leaks, they were protected by their managers. Like, their names were put away, but they were still working for them. They were still allowed to attend panels. And to this day, as far as I know, they attend panels. Oh, well, Corona 2020, it's not going to happen. But
it's a part of what I said in the previous interview. I don't like comparing it to a roach infestation, but fucking, it's all those tiny little cliques. And they'll protect each other. And then once those cliques start to form of influential people, it's almost like a fucking furry illuminati.
And you have things like, for example, this was the thing that I posted about a little while ago, just to see what people would really, react to it, see what would happen. And I made a post on Twitter saying that the Zooier Than Thou podcast wanted to make an appearance on Anthrocon of 2020, I think it was. And I think it was like even hold potential panels or just like have a party, quote unquote, whatever the fuck that meant. And they wanted to, but regardless, they wanted to be there. And the thing was, they couldn't. The event didn't happen. It was cancelled anyway, so it was like, all right. But
not
just
that, but there was what was it? And this was Anthrocon, right? I need to get my facts straight.
Yeah. It was Anthrocon.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now, Anthrocon is one of the more upstanding conventions out of them all. So, yeah, I'm very certain that once this all blew up and they're just like, oh no, you don't know what it's all about. Let's hold a panel about this stuff, said the people from Zooier Than Thou. I don't know if it was Uncle Cage himself, the guy who originally started Anthrocon and who has been in every single one of them ever since they began, who personally denied them. But they weren't just, it wasn't just, a whole canceling thing. They were personally told, no, you don't get to fucking come here.
And another thing as well was that they talked about in the in the chain was the fact that apparently the if they are to be believed, that is, they bought the zoophile mark that they use on Twitter, Zeta or whatever the fuck it's called.
I think I've seen it a few times.
They have it on like Twitter profiles to identify themselves, each other as.
Oh yeah.
Apparently, I think it was like they bought pins of something like that on Anthrocon sometime. I don't remember when this was, but they said that they had been there and bought those, which was also a little bit like fishy. But the thing about like. And that tweet in specific was that it kind of blew up in a little fashion. In a small way, it kind of did. And when it did, there was a fair few people that was pretty angry about it. And I decided to do a little bit of another funny thing, which I found it fucking hilarious. I posted as well in the tweet chain that... if you want to try and fix this, if you want to try and fix the furry fandom, you can't. It's too late. Your fandom is terrible and it's ruined from inside out. You guys are, there's no way to fix this. Bye. And essentially going the absolute negative route of like, your fandom is irreparable. And after I posted that, there was a fair few in the comments who were like, this is a really shit take. But there were also some others that I saved, and it was fucking hilarious, that said that I'm officially leaving the furry fandom forever now. This is why. And kind of put my shit in there. And it was like, it was fucking hilarious. They made like long as fuck Twitter chains just talking about like, I'm so tired of seeing the furry fandom all the time just going in this direction. I no longer want to support it. I'm voting with my wallet. I'm fucking off.
And that's actually kind of interesting because people quitting the fandom, quote unquote, that's not a new thing, but
no, I know, but
that happened. It rose, it spiked, and it's kind of like the burned fur phenomenon. When
I mean, here's the thing: like a thing that I don't understand though. Before you continue on that point, why the fuck people are saying like, "Oh, I'm quitting the fandom," but you're still using the profile pictures and you're using everything that kind of is a part of the furry fandom. I'm not saying you can't have that. I'm just saying, like, you know, if you're not supporting the fandom, if you're not supporting the people of the fandom in that case, why are you still, you know, affiliating yourself with it by still attributing, you know, your profile pictures and all this jazz to the, wearing the profile pictures in question that attributed yourself to the fandom.
Exactly. It's one of those things where you can't wishy-washy that shit. You have to either be 100% one way or another. And the thing is, you can still be a part of the fandom and strive to make it better. I know that a lot of people yell and scream about, you know, how we shouldn't have gatekeeping. But ultimately, if enough people put their fucking feet down and, start to found and put money towards, I don't want to say gated, you know, fuck it, I will say it, gated furry communities online, effectively, in terms of social clicks and stuff. The bad communities that actually have shit leaked will burn up, and the ones that actually keep their shit together and keep themselves solidified, even if it's you know, solidarity through just a fucking fetish. Like, you know, if I were to start up a fully monetized and gate kept fucking website for, you know, furry inflation art and other shit like that, but, you know, we had very strict and very careful rules, you know, you just gotta set examples.
Well, yes, but the problem with that is that eventually that too is going to crumble. Like, internal problems are not rare when it comes to the furry fandom. That makes things crumble, and even more so when it comes to around, like, fetish shit. So I don't think that fetish should be a part of it at all. Like, exclude it entirely and focus. Like, here's the thing. I don't understand that. Stop focusing on the porn. Stop having a lot of dedication to it. And, like, as far as I've been able to tell, at least, that's kind of what's up with it. And focus wholly. Focus wholly on the nice aspects of, like, talking about animators, talking about beautiful animations passed in time, talking about great works of art, or you know, things like that. Like, actually engage in it besides the one aspect that makes everyone hate you.
Fair enough. That would be difficult, but I imagine...
I don't think it would be difficult, because, like, take the nerd fandom, for example. Like, take the sci-fi nerd fandom. They dedicate themselves to talking about, you know, potential sci-fi things that could be real, or like, oh, imagine if lightsabers were real, oh, how would they function? You know, things like that. Kind of basic shit. And fair enough.
That's a good point. I don't hear enough conversations like that in regards to the fandom as a whole, but, you know...
Other than, how large of a cock could I feasibly have of...
Yeah.
I want to cry. I don't know. It's like, and another thing as well, like, actually talk, actually engage, and stop being so super awkward. Because I've watched videos on, like, the cons and whatnot that people have gone to. It's just these really cringy, like, I don't know. It feels like I'm watching a daycare program where they decided to not use animators to animate, like, fluffy animals, and instead have people in suits, and it turned out to a fucking horror show. Because that's exactly what it seems like. Every single time I'm watching, it's like these furries in their suits and whatnot, groping each other, constantly on each other, hugging, touching, everything like that all the time. Or being really, like, extroverted in ways that are kind of just creepy. And it's almost as if, though, when they put the mask on, they are no longer themselves, and anything can be blamed on the suit, not the person behind it. And it becomes really strange to me.
That can be the case in a good number of them. So I feel like as much as it shouldn't be about the porn, that could just be inescapable and just an aspect of, you know, people's minds who get into it, which, you know, I don't want to say that the whole fandom is degenerates, but if, you know, if there's enough of that out in the open and behind closed doors, it's going to be one of those things that, you know, we can't just put it away. We have to reconcile.
Well, yeah, but that's the thing. It's like the fandom will be recognized on what it actually outwardly shows, on what it actually shows when people are there. The thing is, like, you know, when people are there, you're not going to be able to represent yourself in accordance to how you want to be portrayed. You're going to be portrayed in accordance to what you have done, how things have gone, and the people you have there and whatnot, and just gone about it in the fashion you've decided. The sci-fi fandom, for example, okay, you know, to a certain degree, yeah, it's recognizable in the fact that there are people who like Star Wars and talk a lot about Star Wars, to talk about the implementation of sci-fi things and whatnot. But then you have also the classical nerd stereotype of people who are unwashed nerds who just go up and, you know, talk about, like, you want to see my Chewbacca figures? Which, okay, you know, fair enough, that's there. But, you know, what's more innocent, a guy who does that, or a guy in a fursuit who walks around at the con trying to grope everyone, while sounding squeakily?
Kind of thinking about that sort of example specifically, I feel like, and it kind of goes back to some of the things said in the previous interview. I think it's just all kind of a matter of self-awareness, and I think that, in some cases, certain fandoms and such, they definitely have a bit too high of a tolerance for people who don't have enough self-awareness. But with the furry fandom, I get the feeling that it's a mixture of the fact that there are a lot more people than you'd expect who don't, like, reconcile with themselves about what they're doing and don't have that self-awareness. And on top of that, there's the people who do have that sort of sense but encourage those sorts of behaviors because they think that it's all just fun and games still.
Or that they just don't understand me.
Yeah, that too. That definitely.
Where it's like, it's the argument of everyone's wrong because they're not me, and I have to make more of me to make them understand that I'm right.
Yeah,
and
like what's it? I've definitely hinted to my family that I have purchased furry art.
Oh,
they
no.
don't know how much I have.
Once they find out, you're gonna be in deep trouble.
The thing is, though, is that I have reconciled with myself of how much I should be spending on this, and that's why I'm not making myself broke with it. No, making myself broke is getting several of my friends fucking way more expensive of gifts than I should.
Jesus.
Like, I bought a friend a $250 graphics card just this
Fucking
last
hell.
2 weeks ago.
That's retarded. All right.
But but yeah, as displayed on my Twitter profile, my hobby money comes from my blood plasma donations.
Oh yeah, those fucking
yeah. I'm
you sold your soul.
Yes, I sold my soul to Slanesh.
Oh no.
My blood to Slanesh for pornography.
Yeah, no, you're getting fucking exterminatus after this. Jesus. You're out of this.
Yeah, what's it? Fucking the thing is, though, is I don't like to spend from my main budget from my job for material/immaterial goods, and honestly, I be purchasing less and purchasing more Gundam model kits. But you know what? Because I've been purchasing those fucking things for not 40. I'm not that old. Jesus Christ! I'm not some 60-year-old. Talking about the good old days. No, since I've been purchasing Gundam kits for about 3 years now in varying quantities and scales, I now have 60 fucking kits. So what I can purchase has definitely shifted from the material to the immaterial, and that's why in total I spend, depending on the month. And I get more than this each week from blood plasma donations, anywhere between $60 to $120 a month.
Okay, well, we can... I'm sorry, well, the nitty-gritty stuff about, like, money dedication, maybe we could cut this a little bit short, because, like I said, I tried to make this a little bit...
I think I've said what I need to say in regards to it.
All right. Well, Nito. Well, I think in that case we are pretty much done with this one for now.
Well, I mean, there's one thing that I think we've been avoiding across the previous interview and this interview. You haven't asked me questions about my character, actually.
No, there's nothing I want to know about your character.
Okay.
Well, I mean, hey, if there's something you want to tell to the people, we can totally fucking talk about it. I have no personal inclination about your character.
The thing is that due to how I've interacted with the fandom, I've had to be like extra autistic and write in all sorts of weird, inane shit to turn people of certain fetishes away from her.
No, I'm good. I don't think YouTube would like that. And I don't think I would like that either. Oh, well.
Well, I mean, it's fair enough. But
all
yeah,
right.
if anyone wants to like learn more in the audience and stuff, I mean, do you want to drop them my Twitter link so that way they can ask me questions?
Yeah, we will. I'll drop it there. And not only that, I will put this up on the channel, and when I do, this is going to be a premiere. So the chat's going to be there, and for everyone that's in the chat right now that has any questions for me or Mr. Roadkill, we'll be answering those in next installment, potentially, depending on what's going to happen. But most likely, we're gonna answer some of them. Well, most likely, yes, we're gonna answer some of your questions, even though they're absolute stupid. So yeah, send. Oh well, actually no, I'd like that. Send really stupid questions. That's gonna make me very happy because I don't want this man on my cast. So see you guys next time. Cheers on you.